Being a new parent is amazing, but let's be honest, it's also exhausting. For many of us, the biggest challenge is sleep, or the lack of it. My little one, just like clockwork, would wake up multiple times every night. It felt like we were living in a fog of sleep deprivation. We tried everything, rocking, singing, feeding, you name it, but nothing seemed to work. My partner and I were at our wits' end. We knew something had to change. One day, while searching online for a miracle, I stumbled upon an interesting blog post. It talked about a sleep training hack that had worked wonders for other parents. It focused on two key principles: a consistent bedtime routine and understanding your baby's sleep windows. Could this be the answer to our prayers? I was cautiously optimistic. Desperate times call for trying new things, right? After all, we were willing to try anything to get our little one, and ourselves, some much-needed rest. The idea of a consistent routine and watching for sleep cues made sense. Maybe, just maybe, this could be the solution we had been searching for. We decided to give it a try. The sleep training method was simple, but it required consistency. The first step was establishing a calming bedtime routine. This would signal to our baby that it was time to wind down for sleep. Our routine included a warm bath, a gentle massage, putting on pajamas, reading a book, singing a lullaby, and a final goodnight kiss. The second part was all about timing. The blog post explained that babies have natural sleep windows, sweet spots when they are tired and ready to sleep. Missing these windows could lead to overtiredness, making it even harder for them to fall asleep and stay asleep. We needed to watch for our baby's sleep cues, such as rubbing their eyes, yawning, and fussiness. The idea was to put our baby to bed drowsy but awake within their sleep window. This way, they would learn to fall asleep independently in their crib, a skill that would hopefully lead to longer stretches of sleep. We were a bit nervous, but also excited to embark on this new sleep journey. Could we really teach our baby to fall asleep on their own and sleep through the night? It felt like a distant dream, but we were determined to make it a reality. We started by implementing our chosen bedtime routine. Every night, around the same time, we would start the process. The warm bath always seemed to relax our baby, and the gentle massage was a soothing touch. As we read our favorite bedtime stories, we could feel our little one getting sleepy. The lullaby was our cue to dim the lights and create a calm atmosphere. We carefully observed our baby's sleep cues throughout the day. At first, it was a bit tricky to differentiate between fussiness due to hunger, a dirty diaper, or tiredness. But slowly, we started to recognize the telltale signs of sleepiness. The key was to put our baby in their crib, drowsy but awake. This was the hardest part. We were so used to rocking or feeding our baby to sleep that it felt counterintuitive to put them down when they were still awake. But we knew that this was crucial for them to learn to self-soothe and fall asleep independently. We were ready for the first night, armed with our new knowledge and a glimmer of hope for a more restful future. The first night was, to put it mildly, an experience. We followed our bedtime routine religiously. Our baby, used to the routine by this point, seemed more relaxed than usual. We placed them in their crib, drowsy but awake, and braced ourselves. There were tears, of course. It was heartbreaking to hear our little one cry, but we resisted the urge to pick them up immediately. We stayed close by, offering soothing words and gentle pats. The minutes felt like hours as we waited anxiously for any sign of sleep. Just when we were about to cave, our baby surprised us. Their cries subsided and they slowly drifted off to sleep. It felt like a victory. However, our celebration was short-lived. Our little one woke up again a few hours later, and the cycle repeated. The first night was a roller coaster of emotions, a mix of hope, frustration, and exhaustion. There were moments when we doubted ourselves and the method, but we reminded ourselves that consistency was key and that things wouldn't magically change overnight. We had to trust the process and be patient. As we entered night 3, we were running on fumes and a prayer. The previous 2 nights had been similar to the first, some progress, but still a long way to go. However, something remarkable happened on the third night. After our bedtime routine, our baby fussed for a shorter duration than before, settling down to sleep. And then, for the first time, they slept for a longer stretch than usual. We couldn't believe our eyes. Could it be that the sleep training was starting to work? We tiptoed around the house, afraid to make any noise that might wake our sleeping angel. The feeling of relief was immense. While our baby still woke up a couple of times during the night, the improvement was significant. The crying episodes were shorter, and they seemed to be able to self-soothe more effectively. We were beginning to see the light at the end of the sleep-deprived tunnel. Our consistency and patience were paying off, and it gave us the motivation to keep going. Fast forward to 1 week later, and we were like different people. The transformation was remarkable. Our baby was now consistently sleeping through the night, a solid 10 to 12 hours. Gone were the days of endless nighttime awakenings and daytime exhaustion. We finally had our evenings back, and our baby was well rested and happier than ever. The consistent bedtime routine and attention to sleep windows had worked wonders. Our little one had learned to fall asleep independently and self-soothe back to sleep if they woke up during the night. It was a game changer for our family. The benefits went beyond just a good night's sleep. We were less stressed, more patient, and had more energy to enjoy our time with our little one. We felt like we had finally unlocked the secret to a happy and well-rested family. Looking back, we can't believe we didn't try sleep training sooner. The journey wasn't always easy, but it was worth every minute of effort. If you're struggling with baby sleep, I urge you to give this method a try. Remember, consistency is key, and don't be afraid to adapt the routine to fit your baby's needs. Every baby is different, and what worked for us might need a little tweaking for your little one. But with patience, perseverance, and a lot of love, you too can experience the joy of a full night's sleep. And when you do, come back and share your success story with us. We're all in this together, navigating the wonderful and challenging world of parenthood one sleepless night, or hopefully, one peaceful night at a time.